Hey, good evening. We are playing another game of White Box um, this evening. The title of this adventure is Final Stroke at Fort Converge. It will be level 6 characters that are playing. We have 4 players this evening. The background is Fort Converge sits at the crossroads approximately 2 miles from the village of Ramonville. It's been maintained by a company of soldiers led by the current captain Darian Braun, who is the son of the famous commander before, Sir Frisley Braun. The fort has helped maintain order in this area and helped protect the merchant caravans that travel through the area and meet at the crossroads. You and your party are arriving in the village of Ramonville, and you start hearing the villagers in the news that the dreaded news that Fort Converge has been recently attacked and ransacked and now seems to be under the control of some army of Gnolls who have come down from the Saxel Hills. The few surviving soldiers that made it away from the fort are looking for new, fresh recruits to go and help them retake the fort. You see and hear the gold coins as they spill out on the table in front of you that these soldiers are promising. And you think to yourself, it's just a band of stinking gnolls. How hard could this be as you approach? And I'll start out with you, Daniel. If you can tell me about your character you're playing and you see those gold coins going across the table, what does he think about going and helping reclaim the fort?
I see a rather kind of tall, wide, bulky figure with he's got kind of armor that's stained from many battles. And when he hears that the Gnolls are causing trouble again, he smiles. He says, "Well, I've already been in combat with Gnolls, but I've been sitting here way too long. My bones are getting tired. Death is coming for me, or for them." And he'll walk towards the recruiting desk. He doesn't care too much about the money. He's been a fighter for so long that most of the people that he's ever been associated with are dead. He's been sole survivor of several large battles. So he's kind of just thinking that he's just going to go with whatever comes in front of him until it's his turn to meet his maker. And that is Wolfgang, the Berserker.
All right, Wolfgang, the Berserker, walks up as we turn and see behind Wolfgang a much smaller party member. Crystal, if you can tell me about your character and what you think as you see those gold coins scatter across the table.
Look at this flint blade. Looks at the gold coins scattered upon the table, and she gets a little smile on her face, and her eyes kind of shimmer. Even though she's seen much gold in her time, she always gets happy, to see it, especially if it's just toppled out like this. And she grabs one of the gold pieces and just starts kind of circling it around the table, around some of the other gold pieces. Finally, her fat hand flops down on a bunch of them as she pulls them towards herself and says, we'll take care of these Gnolls for you. And then she will get up and grab her sword, which had been laying by the table, and she'll strap it on her side and follow Wolfgang out the pub.
All right, sounds good to me. When we scan over as the next character walks up, Darren, if you can tell me about who you're playing and what you think as you see these coins scattered across the table.
Well, I've spent enough money in the last 2 weeks and down to my last 2 coppers rubbing them. I don't like getting in the affairs of humans. They're always messy and leads into trouble. But my new buddy, this dwarf, and this cleric character, I stride forward and pluck my bowstring, as you can sign me up. I don't particularly like Gnoll. I had the misfortune of having to learn their language when I was in boarding school.
All right, sounds great to me as you walk up and knowing what you are facing. Alex, if you can tell me about who you're going to play and what your thoughts are.
Taldre Veneer is in full plating with a symbol of Palor covering her chest, and as she stands up and holds her shield, which also has the face of Palor on it, and she blesses the area around her. She says, "I will accept this donation as for services that I will be performing for you." And I'll move with the dwarf and other two, the elf and Wolfgang.
All right, perfect. As y'all have walked up and accepted, you see a larger, tall, kind of thin build, though, for his height. Walk up towards you, and he goes, "I am Captain Braun. I'm glad to see you. It looks like appears we'll have some good blades to go and help reclaim the fort. I don't know where you're from. It doesn't matter. All that matters is you help us reclaim the fort, and the coins will be yours." A stinking band of Gnolls come down from the hill range and surprised us, and they've taken over Fort Converge, and we have to regain it back. We've sent word also to the Baron, but it could be several days or weeks before he has any troops come by. And if we continue to wait, it's not going to be in our favor. We need to take them while they're wounded and down, and get the fort back now. I'm going to send some men with you as I stay here and help nurse back to health the injured here. But they will take you to the fort and bring back good news. That's all we need to hear now is good news.
Yeah,
And
Wolfgang.
he would entertain any questions or anything if anybody had any.
Yeah, Wolfgang will say, "Were you in? You were at the fort when it was taken?
Yes, I am the current captain there.
Uh, were the Gnolls acting alone? Was it all Gnolls, or
Yes,
did
it was a large band, a large army of Gnolls. We fought quite a few and defeated, killed and maimed and injured quite a few. But they just overpowered us and surprised us.
Did they? Were they cowards who fought with bows and rocks, or were they heroic warriors who fought with teeth and knife?"
The largest band of them fought with their teeth and their claws and these swords, but they did have some archers with them too.
Okay. He nods. Well, we'll take the fort back, or at least take as many Gnolls out as we can. Right, men? And he turns around to whoever's standing there.
We will
Aye.
certainly try and restore order to your fort.
Gnoll are scum. I have no problem eradicating them from the surface of this planet.
Indeed. And I bet I killed a lot of them too.
Ah, yes. Nothing like a dwarven blade cutting through the stink of a Gnoll.
I did have one question. I give him a piercing eye. Gnolls usually need some sort of leadership or organization. They're okay in small scale, but this smacks of something a bit more complex. Are you sure there's nothing else afoot here? Some, I don't know, other being or power at work? Any other evidence? Anything else?
Not that I saw while we were there. We of course, they had their own pack leaders that come in with them, but there was nothing else. That it was so quick and sudden and just fast. They just blitzkrieged us so fast that we took heavy losses.
Of course. Now, the last question, an important one. Did one of them have the appearance of some sort of shaman figure or voodoo type? Their numbers sometimes carry one that can work necromancy and sorcery.
He looks at you, Neil. He's thinking. You can tell he's thinking, trying to recall the scene as he was there, and he goes, "Not that I remember. They were all dressed for battle. All of them were wearing their hides and their leathers and things, and carrying. Most of them were carrying swords. A few of them had axes, but I don't remember seeing any of what you described. Though, of course, there could have been."
Hmm.
Did they breach the walls or come through the front gate?
Well, you've probably not been to the fort before. You'll see what I mean when you get there, but the majority of the fort is built underground. The entrance, when you come in, is the only thing that is above ground. And unfortunately, the gates are left open during the day because nothing ever happens. I mean, we've secured and protected the area for so long that this was so unexpected.
Okay. All right. So there's basically the one way in that leads us to the subterranean fortress.
Yep, and you'll see when you get there on the map itself. If you want to look at the map, the very first part of it, where the walkway is going in, that very first small round circle, that is the only thing that is above ground.
Okay. And the rest of it's to a hill or
Yep,
something?
the rest of it is all built underground.
Okay.
And Tony, how far distance travel?
It's about 2 miles from this little town you're in.
Gotcha.
So we're roughly 30 minutes. Well, I mean, yeah, roughly 25, 30 minutes for you to get there.
Oh, a subterranean castle. I'm liking this even better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've defended many a fort from underground.
Well, it'll be something that will be difficult for me to work with away from the sun, but I should be able to cope.
Very good. Tell us of your tactics, dwarf, as we head towards victory. And Wolfgang will finish off the cup of ale that he had and pick up his large axe and put it over his shoulder and put on his helmet and start walking to the door.
Well, first, I take my sword, and she pulls her sword, and it looks almost like it's actually some kind of like made out of rock rather than steel, as it's a magical sword. And she says, and then I shove it into their skull, and that's how I defend forts from underground. I kill all the enemies, and then she sheathes her sword again.
Slock rolls his eyes. Easy, my friend. We're not in combat yet.
Yeah, I mean, these soldiers who come with us, they know the way, right? So we can basically just follow
Yeah,
them.
and you can see that first they're hesitant when they're being ordered to go back with you. I mean, you can tell most of them are just in fear. I mean, if you ask them, they'll tell you the same thing, that it was so surprising. I mean, it was just such a large mass of them come down out of the hills and surprised them, and it was just a massacre. But yep, there's a group of them that go with you and take you to the deal.
I'm going to try to motivate them. When I get out there, when I see that they're fearful, I'm going to stand there and say, I have like ring armor, but you can see like it's damaged and bloodied from many wars. And I'll stand up tall above everyone and say, you may not know my face, but you certainly know the tales. I am Wolfgang from the far reaches. I have slain many a beast and many a man. If you follow me, the chances of you living are high. I have yet to lose a battle. If you are a coward, leave your cowardice here. Bring only your heart and fight like lions, and you will be rewarded, both here and in the afterlife. Yeah. So he does a speech.
Make me a charisma check at 4d6.
Okay. All right. So 2, 6. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and my charisma is 14. Just made it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're giving this speech, and most of them are ignoring it at first, seem to be, or, that they're just like have that stare where they're looking past you, not really paying attention. As you get to the culmination of the ending of your speech, they all look towards you and they go, "Yes, yes, we need some brave leaders. I mean, we have some, but we need. This was such a surprise. We need fresh leaders to lead us. We will do what we can to help you." And you can tell it's definitely helped.
Awesome. So I say, "Follow me, men," and then I start walking, and then I realize I don't know how to get there, and I say, "Someone show me the way." Yeah, so I'm gonna head that way. Assuming
Yeah, and a couple of them will come out, and take the lead to show you.
All right.
And y'all will begin your journey towards there. And before you get there, the dragon comes out, so that's the end of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just got back. What? I leave for like 30 seconds.
The Medusa steps out.
Yep. But no, y'all make it to the fort, as you know, and on the map, like I say, you see what they're talking about when you first get there. You see the area at the beginning. It appears to be just a little small, rounded, almost small building that is above ground, and you see the walkway leading up to it. The front gates are standing open, and you notice if you look on that map, that area is number 1. The first one is the first circle, but you notice there's a couple of towers at above with it, just kind of watchtowers that probably stand above.
Pardon me, but I have to interject. My fellow mates, I will be, I shall say, disappearing shortly. And I'm also tempted to also invoke this power if it comes in the future. Don't be surprised if I say you disappear and you won't be seen anymore. I happen to have a little device here. And on that note, I will be close by and do what I can. Tally-ho. And I wave this little intricate-looking crystal wand with a star motif at the end. And this kind of twinkling light goes over me and my body disappears. And then out of the nothingness, I say, still here. Just let you know. And tap my foot.
Are you going ahead with this magical power? Wolfgang kind of steps back a little bit.
I'll go ahead a little ways and have a look, and then come back and tell you what I see.
Be wary that no axe hits you in the back. I'll wait here.
I'll just whistle at you, let you know. Much obliged. If you follow up, give me about a minute head start, and I'll move ahead. And if something comes up, I'll come back and whistle. You'll hear it. It's like this.
Well, walk with Paler's blessing.
There we go. And you see my footsteps go off in nothingness as I head toward the tower as quietly as possible.
I say that the magic user doesn't return. You're using this chance to run away, not go and fight.
I didn't think it would be a problem for you two, since it would be more glory, wouldn't it?
I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just calling it like I sees it.
Well, elves are generally true to their word. At least to their friends. And I guess I'll wait a minute, and then haft my axe up and start walking in the path of the... I mean, I'm assuming once we get there, we won't see the footprints anymore because there'll be solid rock or whatever, but, at least I'll follow them to the door and see if there's sign that the elf went ahead of us.
Yep. And speaking of that, Slock, how far do you want to, when you approach the area there, like I say, the 2 large front gates are standing wide open. Do you want to continue to go inside?
Yes, I'm going to slip inside. I spend about a round waiting for them to catch up a bit, looking for tripwires or any sort of devices. I'm cautious about these gnolls. They can be quite clever sometimes.
Yeah, roll me a d6 if you're kind of looking around for any kind of trap setup or whatever.
And then by that point, I'll go inside. I rolled a 6. Oops.
Yeah, you're so confident being invisible and looking so quickly that there's nothing there.
Can I go into the door?
When you step inside, you see that area is probably roughly 10, 20, 30 maybe 30 by 30, depending. But you also notice there's a statue of a man holding a sword that's sitting at the feet of, like, when you walk in about 15 feet in, and there's two archways. There's one on the east side and one way on the left side that appears to lead down into the next level of this deal. And there's two archways that kind of crescent moon shaped, going to what you would probably think is the main portion of the fort. You don't see anything else. Everything else is pretty quiet up there.
I come back, give a little whistle. It's okay. Come in the main chamber. There's multiple passageways. And it seems clear. I didn't find any tricks or traps. Come ahead. I implore you.
Excellent. When we get into that first chamber, I want to look around a little bit and see if I see any signs of combat here. Is there blood on the ground or any scraps of broken weapons? Or
there is. You start, as y'all approach the deal, y'all would all see that statue standing there, and you would probably guesstimate it's probably a statue of probably that famous commander if you had to put two and two together real quick. But you actually start smelling. It's very humid air in here, very warm. And you start smelling the blood. I mean, the scent of iron, blood, and stuff. It starts going across your nostrils, and you notice the interior is not that well maintained. As far as it seems, there's a lot of probably due to the warmth and humidity. A lot of the stonework is you've got moss and stuff growing on it. But yeah, you definitely start picking up the smell of battle and blood.
Ugh, look at this sloppy stonework. They lay it so far apart that the moss can grow through the cracks. That's a shite job, that is.
And I'll quickly interject that Slock is, while they're looking around the room, I'm quickly going to go down the passageway. You said that stairs going down?
Well, no, there's actually, once you got inside there, there's these archways, these open archways. There's one to the east and one to the west.
Okay, I'm going to dart to the one to the west and go through it quickly, and then have a look what's there, and then dart to one to the east and quickly come back and give a whistle and describe to the group.
When you go to the west one and you appear in, you can tell this is a very, very large semicircular room. I mean,
I wait.
Huge.
It's circular. I go into the middle of it and listen very keenly.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a huge deal. I mean, you can tell this is probably the main hall itself. There are some things you see. You see some overturned furniture, and you actually see 4 gnolls that are kind of running around and dancing and prancing, and seem like they're having a good time as they're running around this area here.
Are they intoxicated?
They don't seem to be drinking anything at a time, but you could probably deduce maybe recently they have been. I mean, they're like celebrating, you would think.
I immediately turn back and scurry back quietly as I can and give my whistle. Quick, everybody. I have at least 8 gnolls. I'm not sure.
No, 4.
4 gnolls, pardon me, who are prancing in some strange ritual or perhaps under the influence, but they're not paying attention to that room at all. It's a large hallway.
While he was away, Tony, could Logarth check the room that they first come in? She wants to check to see if there are any secret passages that might go off to another part of the castle or something. Easier way to get in.
Yeah. Roll me a d6.
Okay, and because I'm a dwarf, I can do better at spotting passages and such while I'm underground.
Yep.
I got a 3.
Yeah, you're pretty confident that you don't find anything that would indicate any type of hidden doorway or passages leading out of here.
Okay, so by the time she gets through searching, then I guess the elf comes back and tells them that. So she pulls her sword and says, "All right, well, what are we waiting for? Let's go kill these bastards."
Yeah, and is Slock has come back in and told y'all that y'all can start picking up maybe the faint noise coming from the great hall in there now. I mean, you can hear maybe some laughter and stuff coming from in there now. They're just very faint as he's telling y'all this.
Well, since none of us are, I mean, except for the invisible elf, are particularly stealthy, I say, let's get them by surprise. And then I charge through the door and try to surprise them by yelling like a maniac and screaming at them. Like I'm going to be like, die now, you filthy hyena bastards. And then, yeah.
Yep. When you walk in and yell that, you see the vastness of this room. I mean, you see how it's semicircular, and you see, I mean, it's a very large room, and everything's lit. I mean, it's very well lit in all these chambers so far. They all four stop in mid revelry, and they all look towards you as you did not surprise them. And you see them start drawing out different hand axes and swords. And let me switch over to what you see as you see them coming towards you now. So we'll just roll initiative. Remember, it's D12. If you got a dex mod, add that +1. I will come and get it from you here in just a moment as soon as I get theirs. And Wolfgang, what did you get?
3.
All right. And Lure. Crystal.
Oh, sorry. I got a 6. Am I muted?
No, I got you. I got you that time.
Sorry.
And Slock, what did you get?
I got a 2. I'm still invisible.
All right. And Toldry.
8 + 1 is 9.
All right. Toldry, you are going to be the lucky one to lead us out as you walk in and you see these 4 gnolls drawing weapons and looking at the crazed berserker who just yelled at them. They're probably, for purposes, we'll say they're anywhere from 20 to 30 feet. Most of them are from you.
All right. Well, I guess I shouldn't let the berserkers have all the fun, and I guess I'll run in first, and I'll attack.
All right. You're going to run towards one of them and attack. Sounds good.
Attack is 1d20 plus.
Yeah, d20 and whatever your to hit bonus, the cleric. It's probably, I would think it's 1 or maybe it's 2 at this level. Let me look.
My total bonus is +2 from the class, and I have +1 from strength.
Yep, perfect. Okay, you got it.
I rolled a modified 20.
Yep, you hit them.
And that'd be a d6 +1 for 3 damage.
Nice.
You slice into that one very well. He doesn't seem to like that. Quite a bit of blood starts pouring out of his various parts of his body. His mouth opens up, and we will go to you next, dwarf. Do a Griffith.
All right. How far away is she?
They're all kind of in a semicircle themselves, 20 to 30 feet, various.
Oh, okay. So she can definitely get in combat with them.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then, then she for sure pulls her sword, and she's gonna, let's see, she doesn't speak Gnoll, but she'll shout in Goblin. Goblin's a pretty common language, probably a Gnoll would know, and she says, today you shall die by the name of Flintblade, and she rushes in and will attack the closest Gnoll that she can.
All right.
And I got a nat 20.
All right.
Good way to start it off.
Yeah, I can say we'll do for this game. We'll do some nat 20s. If you roll a nat 20, it'll be max damage and roll you die the second time. So it'll be 6 plus whatever.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's
or whatever weapon you. I mean, if you're using a weapon that's got +1, you would be 7. So I mean, whatever you.
Yeah. Now, I have a long sword. I accidentally wrote down a D8. I don't know. I don't know what I was smoking at that time. But yeah, I have a long sword +1. So that's a total. I rolled a 4, so it's a total of 7 because of the +1. I mean, I'm sorry. No, 6 + 4 would be 10. +1 would be 11.
What do you do to decimate this thing? You tell me.
Yeah, so she says that, and she brings the sword down upon it, and in that moment, the magic in it that activates just seldomly activates this time, and there's like a loud exploding sound as like sparks just ripple from this thing and blow it across the room, and it slams into the wall, and then like it's just its fur is singed and everything.
All right, perfect. When you do that, you see the one that was standing next closest to him. You see him take off running towards. You notice by looking around real quick, you notice there's several doors here. There's a door to the northwest, a door to the northeast, and you notice a couple doors on the south corners and the west corners also. All those doors are closed. You see that one. He's taking off running towards the northwest door. As we are up to you, Wolfgang.
Can I get to him, or did he get the chance to move too fast so I could do that?
I'm gonna say you can catch him.
All right, I'm going for it. I'm gonna try to chop him down with my axe. 16 total to hit. 11
Yep.
plus 5.
Y'all will need, just to let you know, y'all will need a 14 to hit him. So
Okay.
we'll speed it up a little bit. Yeah, everybody will need a 14 to hit these.
Perfect. So yeah, plus 5. So 16 that hits him. Okay, my damage is d6 plus 3. Ooh, I rolled a 6 though, so that's 9 points.
What do you do to stop him?
Yeah, so he's running at the door, towards the door, and you know I have this two-handed axe, but I'm running at him, and I kind of like extend it all the ways in one hand and just kind of like swipe it across, almost like a pole arm, because he's just out of my reach because he's pretty fast, and it hits him in the back of the neck, and his chin hits his chest, and blood just squirts out of the back of his neck, and he kind of slides across the floor dead.
Yep, he's dead. And Gnolls also had a 3 in initiative. So the two that are left, the one that is on you, Toldry, he's not backing down. He's not happy that you hurt him. So he is going to try to jab his sword into you. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have some high rolls tonight. That's a 19 on the die. Toldry, you'll take 3 points of damage as he slices his sort of wicked looking sword into you.
Ouch.
And the other one is going to, let's see here. Let me get out my little special die to see what he's going to do. He is going towards you, Barbarian, Berserker. And he's got like a old wicked looking hand axe. Oh my gosh. He rolled a 16 on the die. You'll take 2 points of damage as he chops into you with that hand axe.
Ouch.
And Slock, we are up to you on the 2.
So I've seen all this action unfold, and I'm going to try and move swiftly without breaking my invisibility powers around the side of the chamber to get behind one of these two Gnolls.
All right. Are you just going to stand there and observe them? Or, I mean,
no, I was going to trip them up rather deftly without exposing my invisibility if possible.
let me read something real quick just to make sure how nice I want to be.
And I'm pulling out my longsword just in case it's not working.
You would know that if you do something and it's successful on it, that it's probably going to break your invisibility. You would know that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can definitely do it, but you would probably know that if you do something like to try to trip them, or if you want to try to stab them, whatever you need.
Okay, I'm going to go beyond this room then and investigate what's behind it while I'm invisible. I'm confident this party can handle these two.
Yep, perfect. Do you want to go to that, which door? Do you have the map where you're looking at the map, or?
Not at the moment. Is there a map posted?
Yeah, I think I sent it to you. I know I sent it to you.
It's in the event, yeah.
Yep. Well, I sent it to you and Alex today, though, in the chat.
Here, I'll
the tower, of course.
Yeah.
But you were in that second ring. There's like a door to the northwest, one to the northeast that's going that way, and there's 4 doors, 2 on the west end and 2 on the east end, we'll say.
Okay, pardon
All
me.
these doors are closed also, so just normal wooden doors, but they aren't closed.
All right. Give me one moment to
Yeah,
orientate.
sure. And Crystal, I think, just posted in the chat here also for us, so thanks.
Damn, how do I zoom in on this? Ah, there we go. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, I saw this earlier. Okay, of course. So I'm into the which chamber? We're into
You're
the.
in that. You're in the second. We'll call them rings if you want to. You're in the second ring, the real large one.
Okay, so I am to the left or right?
Y'all would be closer to the northwest. Really, that's kind of the way you went in. So you'll be on the west side of that.
I'm not in the chamber with the 4 statues. We're in that chamber.
No. You're in the chamber just south of it,
Got it.
the
All right.
largest chamber.
Can I access either of those doors?
You can. Which one do you want to go to?
I'll quickly go to the west one.
Yep,
And
the
see if there's any
northwest,
way to
okay.
look into it or listen quickly. I know there's combat going on, but just want to ascertain if there's anything I can.
Yep, roll me a d6 as you listen to the door.
I got a 4. Shit.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you don't hear nothing. I mean, you hear all the combat going on. But yeah, you can stay there. You're going to stay there at that door, or do you want to open it real quick?
No, I'm gonna go to the statue.
The statue in the middle?
Yeah, and investigate it.
All right, that's what you're going to be doing. Toldry, we are back up to you then, as this one is chopped into you.
I don't feel that I need to use Paler's powers yet, and I'm just going to keep attacking.
All right.
Then that's 9, so that's going to miss.
Yep, you miss him. He kind of maybe startled you by being successful just a moment ago. Flint, what's Flint Blade going to do?
There's one left.
Yep, there's the one that is standing toe-to-toe with your Berserker friend.
All right, she's going to try and hit that one. But this time she only rolls a 7. So she probably still like insults him though. Like in Goblin, you smell like a kitty cat, and then she goes to attack him and misses him.
Yeah, and he makes no response to you speaking to him in Goblin at all. Wolfgang.
Wolfgang says to the dwarf, your goblin is terrible. And he rolls 15. So that hits, you said, because you only need a 14.
Yep, that will hit him.
All right, 10 plus 5. And damage is 5 plus 3, 8.
What do you do to this one to kill him then?
So I say that, and then my axe is kind of, I'm sliding it back from the last kill, and I kind of pick it up and, swing it into 2 hands and just kind of bring it across right into the side of its head, which, some of its brains and stuff fall to the ground.
They do. And the one that is still standing toe-to-toe with the cleric, let me see. He's going to stand toe-to-toe.
Wow.
He's going to try to swing at you, Toldry, because he's confident that your god is not helping you right now. But he is going to miss with 2 on the die. So, Slock, we are back to you now.
So I see that things are still under control. I observed the combat for a second. Just got my sword out at this point.
You have a statue that's in the small statue that's in that room. You don't notice anything unusual or different about it at all.
No hitches or anything. I'm fiddling with it.
Nope, nothing at all. And you still hear, you're close enough to those doors kind of in the middle there now, of those doors that go northeast, northwest, but you still don't hear anything.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do?
Casting a spell will obviously make me visible, right?
What spell would it be?
It could be sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to say with sleep, it would break your invisibility. But there's one foe that's up right now.
Yeah, and so I'm taking a bit of a gamble and a bit of a elf about that. Go to the eastern door and listen at that one quickly.
Yep, roll me another d6 as you actually make it to the door and listen.
Roll a 3.
Yeah, you're still pretty confident. You don't hear anything.
Okay, I'm going to try to open the door.
Yeah, it opens very easily. These are just normal standard wooden doors, interior doors, so it opens very easily.
And I see the
And
4 statues with the ring and
let me tell you exactly. Let me get to the description on this PDF, and I will tell you exactly what you're going to be looking at. This is what is called the central chamber. This is the only connection you would think that's between the main hall and the rest of the fort. You see 4 decorated suits of armor that are standing, very tall suits of armor that are standing on these lean stone structures right in the middle of this circular chamber. They all point at a door. You can see the doors, one of them's pointing at a door you just come through, and you'll notice one of them's pointing at a door that you listen to, and now you see 2 doors, one to the northeast, one to the northwest, and there's a statue facing each door pointing towards it. And you notice that they're all wearing like heavy plate armor, the statues are with these swords. That's all you see, nothing else in here.
do I recognize the language of the ruins?
There's not any that you can tell any ruins.
I silently close the door, and that's probably my action.
All right.
I look at the room carefully. There's no immediate threat or
Nope, you
Gnolls
don't see.
or
Yep, you don't see any foes in there at all.
any bodies in there.
Nope.
Okay. I'll close the door.
You would notice on the doors though, like when you open that door, you would have noticed a faint, looks like claw scratches, and maybe some of the Gnolls come in like clawed at the door and stuff before they open it. But that's all you notice.
And the rest of the party might have noticed the door open a foot and then close on its
Yeah,
own.
we very well could have. Tawdry, can you finish the foe? It is on you. Can you finish them all for us?
Oh, let's see how Paler feels. Nope, that's an 8. Paler does not want me to kill this Gnoll.
Oh, man. All right, Flint, you see the cleric going toe-to-toe with this Gnoll that's not backing down either.
Flint says in common, let me do that for you. And 17 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
For 5 points of damage.
Yep, you finish them off.
So Flint, Flint Blade just takes her flint-looking sword and just shoves it into his gut and then cleanly swipes it back out. She takes a little cloth she has hanging on her belt and starts to wipe the blood off of her sword.
All right. Everything seems to be back to peace and quiet for right now.
A little whistle pierces the silence. Hi, friends, I'm back, and I describe briefly what I found in the next room. It appears clear, but it may be trapped. Well done.
Flint Blade says, and she points her sword, but she's actually pointing it in completely the wrong direction as she's pointing it and so you decided to run away and play hide and seek while we did all the work.
Well, each to their own, right? I clearly am leaving the work to the right person for the job. As I go over and I pick a little piece of intestine off his shield, flick it to the side in invisible air.
Tony?
She says, I know you're trying to play me, and then she sheathes her sword, but you're right.
Haha, that's why I love you.
Can we bind just once per session, or is it after each combat?
I'm going to say for this one after each combat. So if you want to if you want to take time, it'll take 10 minutes, roughly one turn. But if you want to take anybody that's injured, if you want to sit there and try to take 10 minutes to do it and hope nothing comes along, sure.
Yeah, well, I think we should, Wolfgang will say, he looks down at the small cut that he has, and the cleric's also injured, right? Or am I the only one that got hurt?
You have a clerc got injured, right?
Yeah, and he says, perhaps we'll move into the room, and those with the arcane abilities can do a little more research whilst we wrap up our wounds.
This way, folks. I haven't checked out the rooms on either side yet, though. I don't know if they're foes where they're in or not. They appear to be some sort of quarters.
In that case, and he just kind of sits down there on the ground and starts wrapping up his wounds and says, report back as soon as you can. And he'll sit there and wrap his wounds up with the axe next to him. So he's going to wait there in this room, that if the elf wants to check the other rooms.
Tawdry, are you going to try to bind your wounds also?
Sure.
Yep,
The
just
other
roll.
two
You can just roll a d6 and recover however many as you're doing that.
okay. I got 5.
All right, perfect. Slock, are you going? Does those 4 doors? There's 2 to the kind of the east, southeast, and 2 to the west, southwest. Are you going to look at those? You said while they're doing that.
Yeah, quickly and quietly as possible. Just dart, making sure that our perimeter is secure. Those rooms are no surprises. Not entering them, but just listening and looking quickly.
Oh,
Keep my
you do not want to open them. You said.
yes, I do.
Oh, you do want to open them. Okay. We'll start on the east side just to go that, and we'll go around the east side, northeast one that
Okay.
you open the door. It's empty, but as soon as you open it, it's the wave of humidity and stuff. I mean, it's very hot, sterile air, but you don't see anything else. I mean, it's a small room. It's empty. It's probably maybe 15 by 20, 15 by 30. The other one to the southeast, when you open it, you see a bunch of wooden tables. Maybe it's kind of like a storage room or something. They've got wooden tables and chairs that have been stored in there. Nothing else. We'll swing around to the
Scurry across.
southwest. Yep. This seems like to be a storeroom. The bottom one is. You see most of it's a bunch of beds and bunks. A lot of them are in disrepair. Maybe some of them have been broken. They probably just threw them in here to use for spare parts. Do you want to look any further in that room, or?
Depending if they're going to take 10 minutes to bind, I'll slow down at this point. Now that I realize I'm going to spend like 2 minutes in each room.
Yeah, that's fine. Roll me a d6 while you're in that room there with the broken beds.
And I'll check the other ones. I rolled a 1 that time.
Oh man, that's great. That room, as you're looking around, maybe just kind of looking under some of the beds, you see a small leather pouch that's laying up under a piece of one of these broken cots.
I move it with the tip of my sword to myself, making sure there's no little. I've lasted this long and being this cautious for a reason. As I bring it and flip it open with the blade deftly and then check it out.
When you open it, it's a little heavy, not super heavy, but when you open it, you start looking and count out 20 gold coins in there.
Yeah, well, I could buy everybody around, I suppose, of the good stuff finally.
And when you go to the next door, the top door, the east one, the far east top, when you open it, you can probably tell maybe this was the captain's quarters. It's a fairly nice, seems like to be a little bit more well-maintained room. It's got a table, a chest, a nice little bed. It seems like though the Gnolls probably come in here and kind of scattered, around, even though the room's nice, but that's all you find in there.
Quick scan, I knocked at walls, make sure they didn't miss any little cavities or tap the floor. Just spend that extra minute.
Roll me another d6 for that one, then.
Oh, another 1.
Yep. You find a little in the floor. Maybe you stumble across it, a little part of the stone floor that's kind of loose. And as you pull it open, you see another little pouch in there.
This time I'm a little extra careful. I do use my blade of my sword to pull it out.
Yeah, you pull it out, and it seems to have like a small glass. When you open it, it looks like a small glass vial of kind of this reddish, dark red liquid in it.
Do I recognize it? I'll take the topper off and smell and perhaps try to ascertain nature.
Yeah, roll me 3d6 on your intelligence.
Oh,
And you need equal to or less.
I got a 10. Yeah, I got 17 intelligence.
Oh yeah, you're confident this is a healing potion, a 1d6 healing potion.
Of course, cinnamon. I'm rub it on my gums a bit. Excellent. Well, this may come in handy. All right, I quickly leave that room, see that our crew if I have any time left, I'll search the other 2 rooms to the east that I skimmed over earlier.
Yeah, there's nothing there. You spend the time as you did, and you're.
But I stopped partway across. Hey, comrades, I found a couple goodies and just happened to let you know I'm still here. Yes, I heard you over before. I haven't run away quite yet. My little cleric friend. I'll be right back. Anyone need let me know if you need a little help with the health.
I wasn't the one that was worried, but okay.
Oh, it was probably the dwarf, I mutter as I go into the room.
wounds have been bound. The elf has looked out and found a couple of, if you make it back to the tavern, to buy you some drink, and maybe if somebody falls down, to bring you back up here. But nothing else. It seems to be quiet from that. If you continue those inner chambers, nothing has appeared, or you hear nothing.
I didn't want to interrupt because you were doing the searching, but I would have asked the dwarf, since she wasn't binding wounds, I don't think, right? But
No, it wasn't.
to try to assemble those gnoll bodies like they fought, because I know that gnolls, sometimes fight each other. So maybe shove them together like they killed each other. As best as possible. If you want to do that.
That's a smart idea. Yeah, she'll try and do that.
Oh yeah, you can arrange them any way you want to. That's perfect.
Yeah, since they had axes and swords and they were killed by axes and swords. So
thinking about this now, this place was just a recent battleground, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the claim was.
Has anyone noticed a really large lack of corpses?
Nah, yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
And the smell.
Well, maybe they ate them.
That many that fast?
I mean, they said hundreds of gnolls, and hyenas are, eat carrion.
I guess. Just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Strange building has a circular chamber up here, everyone. It's got these statues that are pointing at 4 doors at the the split of the 4 compass points. I think there may be some sort of trickery afoot, if I recall anything about statues pointing at doors in circular rooms.
Well, if you've checked these rooms and we have no enemies coming upon us, it makes sense for us to move deeper in to this space.
Give me one more moment and I'll check the room, see if they've left any sort of sinister devices. And I'll, still invisible, go into the room with the 4 statues.
All right. Which door do you want to go? You got the northeast and northwest that are continuing on in.
So I'm through the room?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
You looked at the statues and stuff. I mean, there's nothing there. Once you get close to them, you can tell they're just normal stone statues.
Northeast, and I'll go quickly. I'll give out I'm whistling the whole time, actually, at this point. Giving out a slight little whistle, just letting my group know where I am just by that sound. Hopefully they're
before you move forward, so we all moved into the room with the 4 statues? Because you're going past that room now, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
he's going up to the door in that statue room. My understanding is he's going to the northwest door.
Yep.
Right, but
it's secure. It's good.
Yeah, if you're going to go through that door, then we should come into the room with statues, unless anybody has a problem with
and we can investigate statues for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll post up at the door and listen and make sure nobody surprises us. You guys can check those statues, but I'm not sure. I looked them over already. I didn't find anything.
What about the writing on the ground?
It was nothing, apparently. I asked about that.
Oh.
Yeah, even though that's depicted on the deal, there's nothing there. It's just the statues themselves.
Oh, okay. Are the statues religious figures?
No, you would probably know by looking that they're probably all statues of probably previous commanders. I mean, they're all wearing this full plate armor, but you can tell by some of the features, some differentiations between them. But
so they're ornamentational.
Yeah, you can definitely
honorific.
tell. Yeah, you can tell they're honoring past commanders, probably.
Cool. So I recognize that. And all right, gentlemen, I'm going to go through the doors here. I stop my whistle and I open up the door and look through it.
The northeast one first, right?
Yeah.
All right. When you open that door, you see a room with appears to maybe be some kind of a commons room, maybe like a dining room area. Also, as you see these wooden benches and wooden chairs. And if you look, when you open that door and look in, if you look back towards the northwest, you see 4 more gnolls that are up there at one of the tables. And They're kind of swaying back and forth as they're drinking. You can tell they're drinking something out of a jug. They did not see you open the door.
I gently close it. So it appears there's a large mess hall. 4 large tables. 4 gnolls. They seem to be in the same inebriated state. I may be able to slip in and get behind them. Create some sort of diversion, perhaps. Once you see them turn to me, attack, you might surprise them.
Before you do that, I'm sorry, go ahead, Kristen.
I was going to say, Flipblade was actually going to say, "Oh, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it." And she's going to start marching towards the room.
Hold on, my dear.
Après-vous, of course.
Perhaps we should check the other door. They're not rushed upon from the rear.
No.
I'll wait. You want me to do so, or?
Well, you seem to be the only one of us that's invisible. He's probably looking in the wrong direction.
Of course,
I agree with the dwarf. An exercise in patience and defense. Very useful.
I scamper across the room and go to the other door, listening quickly, and if nothing's happening, I gently open the door as quiet as possible, about a foot or so.
Yeah, you don't hear anything. You open the door and see this weird shaped room, but you can tell it's a storage room. You notice a bunch of wooden boxes. A lot of them are in disarray, knocked over. You see several wooden kegs and stuff. They've been knocked over. Some of the fluids run out on the floor. You see things just strong disarray, like blankets, and you even see some pieces of armor probably, and maybe some swords and stuff. They're just all scattered across the floor in this room. Nothing else.
I relay this quickly back and saying there's potential of the Gnolls might have missed something in their looting, but it doesn't look promising.
Can you detect any of that magic? I know you guys can do that sometimes.
I normally could, but I don't have that prayer ready.
Well, I'll show you a magic trick. How we can make some gnolls disappear.
I'm right behind you.
I say, give me one moment, please. Give me. I scamper up to them quickly. Go, bide your time, mighty dwarf, and you, barbarian. Give me about 1 minute. Count it now. Can you count? Perhaps count to 10. Count your fingers. Do that 5 times. And I go to the door and quickly slip out.
Count my fingers 5 times, but he said count to 10. Does the elf not know how to count?
That might keep you busy for 2 minutes while you ponder that.
I think you're right. I think the elf doesn't know how to count. Makes a lot of sense.
Elves are so old. They're not really. They just don't know how to count.
Yes.
You go into the northeast door again, SWAT?
Yeah, and I'm going to try slip through it quickly, as quietly as possible, and enter the room.
You open the door, and when you do, one of the gnolls sitting at the table jumps up and yells something. You speak Gnoll, right?
I do.
You hear him say the word intruders as they all turn and look and start running towards the door, even though they don't see you since you're invisible. But you can tell this time they heard the door open.
I say in the door, the jig is up, and I close it, and I'm still in the room and invisible, and I walk to the corner as quietly as I can.
You're going to stay in the dining room with them? Or are you coming back into the circle room, the statue room?
No, back in the circle room, pardon me.
All right. You're back in the statue room with your party? Okay.
Okay.
Y'all would have heard that noise, of the Gnolls scream out, of course.
By the way, I just thought there. Oh, sorry, guys. I had 17 intelligence. I thought, these hyenas are going to be able to smell me.
Yeah. Well, anyways, if they yell loud enough that we could have heard, I also speak Gnoll, so I would know as well.
Yeah, you would have caught. You definitely caught the word intruders.
Yeah, so I shake my head and say, our fun comes to us, and I step back to let them run through the door so I can cut them down.
Then perhaps a blessing is in order for you, Wolfgang, and I will cast bless on him.
Oh.
And I'll give him +1 to all his attack rolls.
Oh, tingly.
All right, perfect.
Nice.
Well, yeah.
The Gnolls open the door, and as they do, they're not expecting y'all to be waiting for them. So y'all actually surprised them. So we will do initiative D12 again, and I will come and get it from you here in just momentarily.
Did better than
What about Wolfgang?
9 that time.
Wolfgang on a 9, okay. And what about Flintblade?
2.
A 2 for Flint. And Slock?
7.
Slock on a 7. And Tawdry?
1 + 1 for 2.
All right. And y'all can have your surprise round on them as they all 4 burst into the door, one after another in this room, and do not expect y'all to be. Of course, they only see 3 of you, so they see you 3 standing there as they're drawing their weapons, but you can have surprise on them in free round.
Okay. If it's possible, I want to attack the third one coming through the door. The reason why is because I'm hoping that if I kill it, that the fourth one won't be able to get into the room, so I can kind of block him at the door.
Yep, the first 2 run in, and the second one, Wolfgang, you're up first with the 9, so you get the third one.
All right, so I'm gonna go for 3. Okay, I hit if they're the same AC as before.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it'd be the same AC, 14.
Okay, yep. So I rolled a 16. Well, actually 17 because I got the bless on me now, and that did 7 points of damage.
Huh. What do you do to make him fall in the door and block it then?
Yeah, so the first 2 run by, and then I just I have my axe up in the air, so just waiting, and I count the heads 1, 2, and then when the third one comes, I just drop the axe right on his skull, and it just splits. He collapses just straight down.
Yep, and he is blocking the doorway. You see his friend behind him, cursing out at Gnolls.
Wow, you're very good at this.
Later.
Slot, do you want to stay invisible and do anything else, or?
No, actually, I'm just looking at this killing machine, this big barbarian freak. I'm just thinking, I'm going to look for an opportunity here. I'm going to try just scooch along the wall.
All right.
Close to the door, try to get behind one of these fuckers. I got my sword across my chest, just close.
All right. Perfect. You can do that. The Gnolls had a 5, so the 2 that are in the room, the first one is going to.
Well, don't we have a surprise round?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, I forgot that. Thank you.
We
got halfway through it, and I was too excited.
We got excited.
So yeah, Flint or Tawdry.
I'll say I believe even you 2 know what a pincer maneuver is, and I'll move to kind of make a flanking position on the left side of them, or the west side of the door, and I will attack one of the Gnolls.
All right, go right ahead.
16.
Oh yeah, it hits him.
For a total of 6.
What do you do to take him out?
Learning from the last one, and just nicking them won't do, so I'll just smash the skull of the Gnoll.
All right, perfect. Flint, there is one standing in the room that you have left.
Yeah, the cleric mentions a pincer maneuver and does some fancy footwork, and Flint completely ignores the cleric and just rushes straight for the last Gnoll and just slams the sword into the Gnoll with an 18 and does 6 points of damage.
Yep. What do you do? What do you do to make him fall down?
Yeah, she just slams her sword straight down on his shoulder, cleaving in between the shoulder and the neck. And then she pulls her sword down real sharp, and blood just spurts everywhere. And it falls over dead.
Nice.
Wolfgang, you and Slot both roll me a d6.
Okay. 5.
All right, 5. How about Slot?
Pardon me. I was
Oh,
just listening.
A d6.
I got a 5.
A 5 also?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all hear nothing, of course. What would you like to do next as you've taken those 3 out? Wolfgang, you would probably be the only one. Well, of course, Slot knew there was 4 in there as he's looking at 3 bodies, but you'd probably be the only one to know there was one that's stuck behind.
Yeah. Well, in the first round of combat, after this surprise, am I still first with the 9, or is he ahead of me?
Yeah, you're first.
All right, then I'm just going to step out and try to kill the guy before he runs, because I'm assuming he's going to try to run.
All right.
I'm treating it like we only have 3 people because I don't want the magician to lose his invisibility, so I don't think he's going to attack unless he needs to. That's why I separated out. So that hits with the 18. And
All
hopefully
right.
we get damage. Oh, that time only 5 damage.
You
Only-
take a good chunk out of him, and he looks down as the blood is pouring out of him, and he screams at you in Gnoll and curses, and you see him run towards kind of like the east to southeast, and maybe if you just glance enough real quick, you can probably see 30 feet away from there. It appears to be a wooden door
Oh, another door.
as he's running that way. I mean, he's badly injured, but that's the direction he's running.
He's running.
You have a body blocking your way now.
Yeah. Somebody pull the body.
Can I get to him in time, or
Nope, there'd be no way you'd be able to get to him.
what if I drop my sword and pull my crossbow?
I'll give you a shot at it if you want to
Okay.
try to shoot him. If you're going to have to shoot kind of over that body and stuff and that direction, it's going to be a weird shot. I'm just going to -2 to hit.
Okay. All right.
You know, of course,
No
add any
problem.
bonuses you have, but -2.
Yeah. Let me make sure. My dex. No, I don't have any bonuses, so -2 on my shot. Oh
forget-
man.
And don't forget your to hit for your class also now.
For my class, do I get one as a dwarf?
You get one as
Yeah.
a fighter.
Yeah,
Aren't you a fighter?
Oh yeah, I'm a fighter. I forgot about that.
Probably +3.
Oh yeah, so I got a
think.
+4. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So that would actually bring me up. Plus my bless actually puts me at a 15.
You're not blessed.
I thought I was.
I'm blessed.
Gang was blessed.
I thought you blessed the whole party. Okay, that's still
No,
it's
it's
a
one
14, which
Yeah,
is what I
you-
need to
you-
hit, right?
Your bolt just you're lucky. What did you do in damage?
4 damage.
Yeah, your bolt takes him down as you see him skitter across the floor face down about 5 feet from that doorway.
Well
And
done.
that's how you shoot as well, gents.
Wolfgang will grab the Gnoll body that's in the doorway and drag it into this room. Magician,
you can
didn't
do
mention
that.
anything about the door.
Hold on one second. I look out the door. There's one more, I think. I recall. There's 4. Where's the 4th?
There's a door to the east.
The 4th one is the one we just shot, right?
Oh,
Door, not 4. It's a door.
oh, gotcha. Okay, so I go to the door. I'll go have a look, gents. I'll be right back. And ladies, I bow.
Well, hold
Yep.
on. He was running for that door. Be cautious. Yeah. Wolfgang's going to place himself kind of, I'm looking at the map so I can, he's going to place himself like north of the door we're coming out of so that he's kind of, he can see if anybody comes out from around that corner, basically where the tables are, because I see the room's turned, like curved, right?
Yeah, the way it's
Confused about
curved, right?
what room we're in.
Okay,
that?
so there is one more that escaped, right?
No. He was running for
No, the dwarf just took him down. When he tried to run away, he was running to the that door in the small corner back straight from the east from the table
Okay.
room. And
No, Wolfgang
he's
was
about-
saying you didn't mention there was a door there. That's why Wolfgang only let 3 come in. He would have let them all come in if he had known there was a door over there.
I'll go have a look, everybody. And
Did you have a question, Crystal? Also,
I'm just confused about what room we're in. I
You
thought
were
we
look-
were in
you-
the room, like where the circle is, and then
You are,
to the northeast.
Yep.
that's where you are, the northeast door, and you leaned through that door and shot the guy running towards the east of that weird shaped room where the tables are. You see the door there?
Seeing where the door is. No.
There's a door to the east over there, straight to the east from looking in. You see the little white deal with the door?
Yeah.
It leads into the last room over there.
It's almost directly across. It's 1 square down and then like 5 squares over.
I must not be looking at the right place. That's all I can tell. Oh, there's the tables. Okay, I see. Looks like there's 2 doors in this place, though.
Yeah, from where we're standing, I can't see those doors. I don't think I can see that door. Can I? Oh, I guess I can see the one at the top. I mean, that's up to you if I can see them or not, Tony. But
Yeah, but like Crystal, like we'll start like the statue room with the 4 statues.
Okay.
If we're in
Yeah.
that room, then listen. If we're in that room, look to the northeast, like at 1 o'clock. That's the door where y'all just had the battle. Will they come through?
Yeah, I
So
thought
like,
we went through the northwest. That's
no,
where
no, no,
I
no.
was
You went through the
confused.
northeast. So like, if you're standing there looking in, yeah, the door that you shot the guy at just now would be straight kind of to the east, almost down at 4 o'clock probably.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
I got it.
That's the door, and you could see the far north door. Sure, Wolfgang, from the past the tables, you could see the far north
Okay.
when it's probably at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, he's going to kind of like get down on a knee so the tables kind of obscure him a little bit, and he's going to keep an eye that direction while the elf checks the other way.
Yeah, you don't see anything coming north. Slock, you go to the door and where the Gnoll almost made it to. Are you going to listen to it? Roll me a d6.
Okay. Oh, I got a 6.
Yeah, you listen for a moment and it seems to be quiet.
All right. I whistle again out. I start whistling. Hey, everybody. Do we need some time or shall we proceed?
We are unscathed in this battle.
Yeah.
Let's move ahead.
Sounds like a go ahead. And I open the door.
I'll follow
You're going to go ahead and open
Wolfgang.
that door then?
Yep.
All right.
Wolfgang's going to stay where he is until the party proceeds to the door, and then he'll take the rear, just because he's afraid of being followed from behind now because they yelled intruder and no.
Slock, you open that door, and when you look in, you see the first thing, of course, you see some beds and cots, what you can tell. This is another weird shaped room, kind of like a half crescent moon. But you can tell probably most of this at the bottom from what you're looking at. You see tables and beds and stuff. A lot of them, of course, have been turned over and broken. And you see a bunch of blood stains all through here, all the linens, and you see some regular clothing scattered across, and you're just covered in blood everywhere.
I say it looks like a temporary barracks, but it's perhaps the Gnolls. Lots of blood. No bodies yet. And I enter the room. You can come on in, and I scurry across the room.
When you get to probably right on the deal, right under that table, looks like a broken table there in the middle.
Right.
When you get to that area and you can kind of see around the moon shape, you look up there and you see a large, humongous area of the caved in rock and caved in stuff in this tower. And as you do, you see the army of Gnolls. You see what you would probably think. I mean, there's excess of 20 or 30 Gnolls that are standing up there. But there is one that stands out, and I will show you what he looks like. He is standing there facing kind of like this where this cave-in is, and you can see that appears to be a tunnel, pretty much. And he's chanting, and he's holding his arms up and looking that way into this dark looking tunnel that appears to be, you had no idea how that happened, but I mean, that's what he's doing as the rest of the
Am I
army
sensing
and
sorcery
soldiers.
and
I don't know, do you? Roll me the
arcane
intelligence.
Yeah, I'm like, obviously something is happening. That's this.
Roll me a 3d6 on intelligence.
16. I got 11. Okay, I made it. 17. My 6.
You definitely know something is not right. I mean, as far as this is not a normal.
Do I sense a power source or something that's an illusion? I try to concentrate.
You know, seems like some type of ritual or just from him chanting and stuff is going on, and you can pick up a few words of Gnoll, of him speaking Gnoll, but you're also speaking or hearing a language that you don't know that he's speaking. This one person.
So I'm seeing some sort of ritual happening, but it could be an illusion.
Did the rest of y'all come on into the room?
Well, we walked through the door, I guess, and then waited for him to whistle again because he was moving up little bits at a time. So I guess we're in the room, but I don't know if we can see it or not from where we are. We're kind of just inside the door, I would imagine, unless somebody else moved forward. But that's where I am.
Slock, you have not whistled yet, though, have you? That I know of.
No, I've been watching this, trying to decipher what the heck's going on. But
another thing, Slock, that you would notice that this may play a part in the when you transfer information back in a minute, if you get a chance to do that, you would notice up in the far north corner, you see a bunch of piled up human bodies, which you would think would be the soldiers from this fort. You see them all piled up in the corner.
Okay, there's no more information, I know time's ticking. I'm going to move back to the group, and I'm going to give out the whistle.
You
I
whistle,
say-
then you start moving forward, I guess. I mean, if you that's what
Comrades, wait. There's something nefarious and dark up ahead. I call out of the nothingness.
Is it your mother?
Not this time. And she would turn her backside to you at no time. I see bodies, and I see perhaps an illusion of a mass of gnolls chanting and giving some benediction.
Well, let's go into a prayer session, shall we?
There are many of them.
Well, then many of them shall die.
Ah, après-vous. I shall follow on your left side in the darkness. I will show myself when the time is right. And I
Did
slink
we not
off along the
all
wall.
Soldiers that came.
You hear
with us?
Wolfgang mumble. That's what she said.
Ah,
And then he gets his axe ready.
Should we not go get the soldiers that came with us?
yeah, they're with you. They've been with you this whole time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're right there.
Yeah,
Well,
they've
they're
been so amazed by y'all's skills, but they just
yeah. So I look back at the men and I look at them with like just steely eyes, and I straighten my helm and pick up my sword, and I say, now is the time. And I'm going to charge forward. I'm going to
All
run with the barbarian scream and try to surprise them.
No,
It doesn't work when you scream at them.
Well, I mean, it's one kind of surprise.
Yeah, this time as I run for them, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna yell at them in Orcish. I don't know, some kind of Gnollish insult. Come on, give me a good Gnoll insult.
That wasn't the plan.
everybody roll initiative, and we'll go from there and handle what's going to happen.
Death to the dogs.
Yep.
There we go.
Wolfgang, what'd you get?
Oh, not again.
I got 7.
Wolfgang on a 7. What about the dwarf Flint?
It's 12, right?
Yep, D12.
10.
All right. How about Slop?
6, 7.
And Toldry.
Taylor doesn't like me. I got another 2.
Also, Tony, because I guess I have to announce at the beginning of the combat, I am, if it wasn't clear, I am going berserk.
You are going berserk. Finally, you decided it's time to do it, huh?
It's that time.
Sounds good to me. Toldry, maybe Paylor does like you a little bit better because somebody got a lower than you did. Let's put it that way.
Is it the shaman?
We will start out, however, with 11. The Gnoll mage, or whatever he is, sorcerer, got an 11. You see him looking as, he's hearing, he pays no attention as he's looking down into this dark tunnel that has been exploded or blown out or dug out or whatever's happened. You see him keep chanting as he's looking down towards that. Flint, you're up on 10.
Right. Flint says in Orc, I only feel a little bit bad about slaughtering you, you load of puppies. And got a 15 to hit.
Yeah, you'll need, these are still 14 AC, so most of them, so.
All right, and 5 damage to whichever one.
You
I
kill
hit.
one, and also we're going to do your squad that's with you now. So roll a D12. I'm sorry, D10. D10 for that. So roll me a D10. Let me know what you
10.
get. You had a 10?
Yeah.
They had a 9, so you win. You will stay. Let me write this down. They will go down to a D8. You stay at a D10, so roll a D10 again.
1.
They had an 8, so we're both at a D8. So, oh man, they got a 1.
3.
All right, you stayed at D8. I'm down to D6. Oh man, another 1.
Wow.
6.
6, you're still at it. All right, I had a 3 that time.
4.
All right, you take out your squad of soldiers that's with you. Take out quite a few of these.
Nice.
Wolf, both you and Slot both had 7s. So however y'all want to, who wants to go first?
We'll go by Dex. Or are you attacking at all, Slot? You're just hiding anyways, right? Oh, but you have a group of soldiers you're going to lead. What's your Dex?
How many do I count quickly?
Of Gnolls,
Yeah.
you know that there's a large group. I mean, there's probably excess of 40 or 50. I mean, this is probably the majority of the army that was spoken of.
Okay. Let me have a look at the map again. Pardon. Bear with me. This is important.
Sure, take your time.
Because I'm casting a spell. And I've been watching carefully, and I'm looking for a choke point.
Yeah, and you can tell there's different groups of them. I mean, there's this whole northern room is just full of them. There's groups grouped all around.
So I'm hoping that I can cut off a flank, and I'm looking for anchor points, and I pull out something out of my pocket, and it's a little bundle of wispy silk-like strands. And I hold them up, muttering words. Nobody can see this, of course. And I throw the strands out, and immediately that whole section is covered with webs that entangle. I don't know how many of these fuckers, but as many as I can get, I'm going to tangle in this massive web area as I cast that
you
spell.
get a whole large group of them that were standing there preparing to whatever they were going to do. Is you were still invisible at that point until you cast web, and as you see your web engulf them, and the web, all of a sudden, y'all all see Slock appear as the last part of strands of web fall off the end of his fingertips. Slock, you're back visible, but you're able to do that.
Nice.
Yep.
Well played.
Yep,
I'm assuming
perfect.
I'm assuming I can't get to the shaman because he's way in the back.
Yeah, he's a long ways from y'all.
All right, so I'm just gonna hack at whoever I can get. I charge forward.
Yep.
For more than enough. That would be like a 20. And damage wise, 5 plus 3 is 8. So I do 8 damage.
Yep, you kill one. Now roll me a D10 for your squad.
Okay, how's my motivated squad going? Oh, I take a 10. Ah!
They had a 3, so you stay at a D10. I go down to a D8. Ooh.
Fight hard, you dogs. Ooh, 7.
Oh, they had a 7, so we'll just I'm going to give it to you on that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep, so they'll move down to D6. Well, they had a 6.
I got 2 that time. So I'm
All
down
right.
to right? Okay.
Yep. Oh man, they had a 2.
3. Ha!
So by the
they
way,
were
that
down-
web area was going to cover a zone so that they were funneled like 2 at a time around the side.
We'll see. I mean, you've got quite a large group of them. All right, I had a 2 on a D4.
Okay. I'm at a D8 still. So no, I should be rolling a D6 that time. Sorry. 5.
Yep, you take out your squad is very blessed. It seems to be, and take out some with you.
So I need to remember what die I'm on, right? Because if it comes back to me, or we're not going to use, or is that basically
We'll probably start over if we do another.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Chaudhry, we are up to you then on the 2.
All right, so seeing as that the 2 war leaders are being very successful in
Yes,
their
they
battles,
Yeah.
then there's a lot of enemies tangled in the web.
Yeah, you would think probably. I'll tell you what you would think at a quick glance. You probably think there's at least 8 to 10 of them that have been captured by this web, if not more.
Then me and my squad will move to take them out swiftly.
All right, make an attack for you first, like you're going against one.
Okay. That's only 9.
Nope, you are going to miss the one that you're on. And on your squad, roll a D10 to start with. Oh my
2.
gosh, I rolled a 1. So you said a D10, I go down to a D8. Another 1, man.
9.
Yep, you win. You said that. I go down to D6. Hey, I got a 6 that time.
I got another 9.
Yep, you're still at it then. So you're fixing to knock them out, I hope. And I
Wow.
rolled a 2.
Holy fuck, this die. That's a third 9 in a row.
Nice.
Hey, yeah, You know, you yourself wasn't very successful with the one you're fighting, but you look over at your squad, and I mean, they had just laid these enemies out everywhere in front of you. Huh. So you
Well, I
took out
guess
quite
they're
a few.
motivated. Protect
And
the priestess.
the Gnolls themselves rolled a 1 on initiative. So the way I'm going to do it is like, you know, a whole squad and group is attacking. So the ones that are going against you, Wolfgang, miss you.
Okay.
Flint Blade. The ones going against you are going to miss. Man, maybe I need to change die.
Oh, Tony, remember that my AC is actually only 12 because I'm berserking.
Oh, believe me, they missed.
Okay.
Believe me, they missed. Slot, you're visible now, so group is moving up towards you. Oh my gosh, I better change dice. I have rolled a 2, a 3, and a 4. Told you, let's see, they're probably rolling that 20 on you.
Don't do it.
Told you, the group on you, well, yep, they're going to hit you.
God damn it.
You'll take 5 points of damage from a group that's on you.
Ow.
And we will go back to the Gnoll Mage. Let me turn my counter over here, and I'll keep that up with something. The Gnoll Mage is continuing to concentrate on what he's doing. Flint, we are back to you.
Okay. Are there still a whole bunch of Gnolls in front of me? What's the scenario now? Can I reach the mage at all?
You're probably thinking 40, 50 Gnolls or more. I mean, this whole area is covered with them.
All right, well, I'll continue to push through then. I'll go ahead and chop at one, and then we'll have a soldier battle, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, man, total of 8 to hit that time, so actually
you missed yours. 1. So let your squad do something.
6.
They had a 2. So you stay, I go down. At a 4.
2.
So you were both at a D8.
Yep.
Roll 2.
No, I rolled a 2 as well.
Give it to you. So you say at D8, I go to D6.
5.
Roll a 6.
Oh, so we're both at a D6 now?
Yeah, we're both at D6. Oh, I rolled another 5.
I rolled a 1.
So you're down to a D4. Yep. I rolled a 3.
4.
All right. So we're both at a D4. This is going to be the winner. Ooh, 3.
4. Yes.
All right. Man, it's close. I mean, it's a hot battle as your group is almost decimated.
Yeah, they didn't keep their best to the front line. What cowards.
Wolf, we're up to you and Slot. Whoever wants to go first.
Slothkin, because you went first last time.
All right, so I've gnarled up a bunch in my webs. I'm visible now, and I glance around, looking. I look for a group, most densely packed group. And this time I pull out a wax figure, and I lay it down on a little wooden cot I wove the night before, muttering words. My palm goes over top, and I'm casting a sleep spell.
Yep, you're going to cast sleep on a group of them. Let me get to that and see here something.
Please cast it on the people attacking me because I'm kind of
roll me 2d6.
Yeah, everyone drops around him. Yeah, I cast it around 9.
Yeah, you take out a group of 9 that you see fall over. They were kind of grouped up to there.
They'll just drop all around you there, Alex.
They are dropping down. Some of them are in areas. Wolf.
I halved my axe at another one. 19, I guess that would be. Yeah, okay. Because I'm adding my berserking. And damage. I rolled a 2, but I'm +5, so 7 points.
Yeah, you take out yours. So we will go with your little squad.
Come on, men.
Oh, a 10.
7. All right. Damn. All right, down to a D8 then, I guess.
6.
7 again.
All right, so we're both down to D8.
Yep.
Oh, an 8.
6. Oh, okay.
So you're down, I'll stay.
And men are getting beat.
Oh my God. Hey, here goes the good roll. 7.
4. Damn it. Down to a
You're
D4.
down to a D4.
Yeah. Well, I got a 4
Oh,
though.
an 8.
Yeah. 4. I couldn't have
So
wanted it.
your squad is completely decimated. You're standing alone now.
Yeah, my squad's wiped out.
Yep.
You fought well, man.
Toldry. Yep. Toldry, you're seeing all this happen. You know, when you see the berserkers went berserk and just slicing through, but you see his men have just been decimated. But we're up to you, Toldry, first.
I don't want the mage to finish his spell though.
Yeah, and he's like I say, he's a ways from you. You see no easy route to get to him at all. I mean, you would not be able to run far enough anyway to get to him this round, but you see no easy way through him because there's just a line of gnolls that are preparing.
Would my hold person reach them from here?
Let's see what the distance is on that. $180 feet, yeah. You can try it.
All right, so I will cast it, and I will have it only target him at a -2 saving throw.
All right, let me see what he can roll on his save. He fails. You see him chanting and stuff as he's looking in towards this deal, and you see maybe he's quit speaking enough that you can not hear him at this point. So as far as you think it worked at this point.
And can I just tell my squad to finish off the sleeping ones?
Yeah, you want to send them to the that's perfect. We'll do that. You take out a squad of them by doing that. That's great. Great. The Gnolls are going, the groups are coming in. Wolfgang will go after you first. They are going to hit that time. You will take 10 points of damage total from this group. It's on you.
Okay. Ouch.
Flint, the group is coming towards you. They are going to miss you, Flint. Slot, there's a group coming towards you, and they are going to hit. You'll take 9 points of damage total from this group on you, Slot.
Did you get that, Darren? Yelling to do.
You there, Darren? Did you get that? Oh, he better not disappear on me in the middle of combat. He's going to take 19 points of damage now.
9 damage to Slot.
Darren, are you there? We'll go to you, Toldry. As the group comes towards you. Ooh, they're going to hit, but you only take 4 points of damage, Toldry, total, as the group's on you.
Ouch.
Oosh, they're rallying.
We are back to the Gnoll mage, whatever he is, sorcerer, as he's standing there. You don't see his arms. None of y'all would see his arms flailing around at this point. He appears to be standing there looking down this tunnel or whatever for right now, though. Flint.
Flint will attack the closest gnoll he can, I guess.
Yep.
Assuming they're still surrounding him. Surrounding
Yeah,
her.
they're everywhere.
No, I missed with a 12. I don't know. Running out of stamina.
All right. See if
and are we going to go into battle?
Yep. See if your group. You still got a group. Yours is not gone yet.
Okay. So start back at a D10.
Yep. D10. I got a 6.
7.
You win. I go down to D8.
1. So
Out of 5. So we're both at D8. 6.
8.
All right. I go down to D6. A 2.
2 as well.
You win. So I'm down to D4.
5.
A 1. So your group wins. Hey, Darren, are you back?
I am.
Did you get that you just took 9 points of damage from being attacked?
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yep, you're down 9 HP.
I thought it was 90.
Well, it's almost, or was it 900? Maybe it's 900.
What hit me?
A group of gnolls attacked you.
Okay.
We are up to you, Wolf, you and Slock. So Slock, you're up first, and the group of gnolls is right on top of you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna cast a light spell in their face.
You want to cast light?
Right in their face, yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I'll let you do that. And I'll give them a minus here in a minute if they do something. That sounds good to me. That's the way I'm going to do it.
Try to stun them.
And that would put us to you then, Wolf.
All right. Well, I'm standing amidst all my men who have been decimated, and I swing my axe around wildly as my mouth is foaming, and I well over 20 on the die.
Oh, yeah.
And six plus 5, 11 points of damage on whoever I hit with that bad boy.
Yeah, you take out probably a couple with that swing for sure. Your group, unfortunately, is gone. Toldry, we are up to you first, and then your group.
All right. I am going to have myself and my group rally to Wolfgang.
All right.
And I know that he's pretty bloodied. Not sure if it's that guy's blood or his blood.
Let me just interject this so you'll know. If you can do that, that's fine. But as you move, there's a couple of them that's gonna take a swing at you as you move away from that area. I mean, you can do that. I'm just saying. I just want you to know that they will get a kind of opportunity attack against you as you move away.
I think this is a move that Paylor would want.
All right.
Save the day.
All right. Let me see if they are going to hit you as you move away. Then. And they barely miss you. A group of them as you maneuver away from them. They're not expecting it, but they come close. So yep, you're able to move over to Wolfgang safely right now.
And I'm going to heal him with cure serious wounds.
All right.
For a healthy total of 12, 14, 17.
Whoa. All right. Wolfgang screams out and he hail Pelor. And
my group is going to.
Yep. Your group's going to attack some, so roll a d10. I had a 1.
I had a 2.
Oh, man. Wow. I had another 1 on a d8.
8.
Nice.
I got a 3 on a d6. You're still at d10.
9.
Yep. And I'm down to d4 of a 2.
10.
Yeah, you take out a group then. Good. The Gnolls, let's see. We'll start their attack on the Berserker, who seems to be recharged right now. Oh my gosh, you're going to love this. They rolled a 16 to hit you, and the whole group only did 2 points of damage.
Yes. Halor protects me.
Flint, the group is on you. This time they're going to hit. Oh no, this is not going to be good. They hit you for 13 points of damage.
Oh.
Flint.
Oh.
And maybe Flint died.
Flint died. It hit him so hard he died.
I'm sorry, I had someone trying to talk to me.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, Flint tries to hit, but rolls total of 8.
You're not rolling anything. You just took 13 points of damage.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that. Okay.
Are you still up?
Yeah, I'm still up.
All right, good. Yeah, you just took this group just rammed into you for 13 points of damage. So.
All right, that's fine.
Slot, the group is on you. Oh man, they're gonna miss. The elf is dodging around. Toldry, they are going to hit you, and you'll only take 2 points of damage. So
that light spell didn't do anything on him?
Yeah, it did. I gave them a minus to their hit.
Oh, okay.
But they still roll good. Toldry, you'll take 2 points of damage from the group.
They are rolling really well on their attacks. Ow.
We are back to Wolfgang. I'm sorry, the Gnoll Mage. I don't know why I said Wolfgang. The Gnoll Mage is still standing there, but is he standing there suspended, not doing anything? Y'all don't really know what would happen to him, but y'all start hearing a low rumbling coming from deep in that tunnel. I mean, like a low rumbling noise and all that. Everybody would hear it. I mean, everybody that's in this room would hear it. as we go to you, Flint.
Flint tries to hit the Gnolls, but rolls a total of 8, so misses.
Yep, you still have your group too, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, God, I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 4.
All right, I'm down to 8. Oh my gosh, another 1.
A 9.
I rolled a 6 that time.
I rolled an 8.
All right, I'm down to a D4 with a 2.
10.
You just take them out.
Yeah,
Man.
my soldiers just obliterated that force.
Slock, we are up to you then.
So I see there's probably about half their number left at least, right?
You would think so, probably a quick glance. You know, y'all you got some that's still caught in the webs that are trying to break out, and you've seen quite a few taken down. But
Bring up my arms in a gesture, and I think about a group of 10 elven archers rise up and draw their bows and articulate. I gesture with my hands, speaking out an arcane language as these 10 archers unleash a volley of arrows into the group of gnolls, and I'm affecting a phantasmal force.
all right, casting phantasmal force. Oh man, they get a save, don't they? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do that, and as you do that, you see the group of the archers that you put up to shoot towards them. You see the arrows go and fly by them as they start cackling and laughing as they roll a nat 20 on their save. You would think, probably being a magic user yourself, you would think maybe they have some type of protection or something. You would think at this point that something's happened that's protecting them from knowing that was, they know that that's not real.
Damn it.
Yep, that's what happens. Wolfgang.
Keep your archers back. They're going to hit us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Slog didn't do his group. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
And also,
You idiot.
Wolfgang too.
Slog, roll a D10.
All right, hold on.
I had a 2.
I got a 3.
All right, good. You'll stay to D10. I go down to D8. I had a number 2.
I rolled D8, right?
Yep, I know you're a D10 still.
Oh, okay. I got a 5.
All right, you're still to D10. I go to D6 and I rolled a 4.
I got a 3.
All right, you'll go down to D8. I'll stay at D6.
Gotcha. All right.
A 2.
Oh, I got an 8.
All right, you stay where you're at. I go down to D4 and I rolled a 4.
I got a 4.
You win, so you take out a group of them.
Oh.
And we are up to you now, Wolf, huh?
Yep. All right. So I got 8 on the die, which actually gives me 14, which is what I need to hit them. So
Yep, you hit 1. Yep, or some.
Because I'm berserking.
So
and then
you're
3 plus 5 is 8 points.
Yep, you'll take out a couple more. Your group, I had a 4.
My group's dead.
Oh, that's right. Your group is dead. I'm sitting here looking at the note, and here I had to say it. That's right. Todry, we are up to you first.
I'm going to say to Wolfgang that I paralyzed the Gnoll mage up top, but I don't think that's stopping the ritual. I think we need to go actually remove him from his place. Do you think you can do that?
I can try. Yes. Well, I say yes, but I mean, yeah, mechanically I'll try. Yeah, I don't know what it will take. Yeah, Wolfgang, I guess, because I can still think, right? I'm just knowing that I'm probably the most fierce warrior. I'll say yes, and I'm gonna, when it's my turn again, I'll see if I can.
You can move that way, okay?
Move that way, even if it draws opportunity attacks or whatever. He's going to run through the thing to try to get the mage.
How many groups are between the Gnoll mage and us?
You see the dwarf is fighting with a group still, and you actually see the elf has still got his group of soldiers that are helping out, and you've still got your group, of course, too.
Yeah.
Well, how many enemy groups? So, like, that we'll have to run through, I guess, is a good question.
You would think that you're going to have to run probably through a couple at least, maybe to make your way around.
Yeah, he'll do that when it's his turn.
Then I will charge one of the groups.
All right, make your attack first, and then we'll go do your group of soldiers there, I told you.
Ah, God dang it, Paylor.
Oh.
That's 9. I miss.
All right, a D10 for your group. I finally got a 10.
I only got 8.
All right, you'll go down to a D8. Ooh, a 7.
That's 8.
You're okay. We're both at a D8. At a 2.
7. I rolled
Right,
really
I go
well.
down.
Wow.
At a 4.
5.
You still win, so that time I had a 2.
I also got a 2.
You win. Your group wins, so you still got your group of people. We're up to the Gnolls. We'll start with the ones on you, Wolfgang. Oh man, they're gonna hit. You'll take 7 points of damage total.
I'm still fine.
The group that's on Flint. Ooh, a 19 is going to hit. Flint, you'll take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
The group that is on Slock. Man, Slock, you must be blessed or something yourself and don't know it. They rolled a nat 1 that time.
Ooh, free attack.
Coldry, the group that's on you are going to hit for 5 points of damage.
Your attack bonus must be insane. How much damage?
And 5.
Okay.
Y'all all notice that the rumbling is kind of stopped. But as you look, maybe in the midst of battle, you look over towards that black tunnel. This is what you see coming out of the tunnel. You see this huge gnoll that stands, you would not know how tall, is just walking out and almost glowing, and it's wicked looking, and it's swinging this flail around with 3 of these spiked balls on it. You don't see the sorcerer or anything, notice anything reacting to it, of course, since it's held. But you see this thing walk out, and you hear a bunch of the Gnolls start chittering, chattering. Those of you who speak Gnoll, you hear the words, Unagu. Unagu has made it.
Oh, damn it. They're demon lord.
Mm-hmm.
We're up to the Gnoll Mage. The Gnoll Mage is not standing, doing anything, so they're held.
God, he's an ugly fucker.
Flint.
Flint is looking very badly beaten and bruised and bloody. She's trying to keep up the attack, but she only rolls a 10 for herself, so she misses whatever target she was trying to hit.
All right. I rolled an 8 on the group.
6.
All right, you're down to D8. Oh my gosh, rolled another 8.
Rolled a 6.
So you're down to D6. I'm at D10 still. Oh, I rolled a 1.
Rolled a 5.
All right. Oh, a 7.
4. I'm down to a D4. 2.
3. So your group has been taken out.
Yeah.
You make a note.
And Dorf's
you're
about
still-
to die, so convenient timing.
You put up a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
Slock.
Like those last 4 attacks I've missed every time.
Yeah, I know. It's been back and forth, had it, I know. Slock, you're standing there with your group as you see this huge gnoll that walks out and hear the words Unagu.
Now, do I sense perhaps that this creature, I'm going to try this and lunge forward, throwing a handful of rose petals at it. And I'll try to charm it.
When you do that, you see your spell go off towards those petals and things as you described, and you see a force just come out and meet them as they just poof, and the petals dissipate in midair.
Shite.
Oh.
All right. It's
Wolfgang, this thing is moving towards your group, walking through the Gnolls as they've kind of spread apart, some to let it through.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you can run towards it if you wanted to continue that way.
No. Yeah, I'm charging it like
right.
bloodlust. 17 plus 8 is 25. If that hits.
Oh, perfect. You hit it.
That doesn't hit. We're fine.
Yeah, you're close. You're close, but no, that hits.
Oh, and max damage. 6 plus 5, 11.
You see this thing just look at you and almost cackle as you drive your biggest thing into it, of course.
Yep. That's all
Your
I got.
group, let's do your group. Your group's dead, man. I sit here looking at this note and I keep saying this group.
Yeah, my group
I
is
got
dead.
it wrote down right in front of me. Todry, we are up to you then.
So we killed that one group, and there's one other group between me and the mage.
Yeah. I mean, there's Gnolls back and forth, but I mean, there's also this huge one that just walked out that is walking towards you. So it's between you and the Gnoll wizard or whatever it is.
Okay, that's bad.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that means Wolfgang has moved into the same area that it is.
Yep.
So I will follow him, and I will cast Cure Light Wounds on him.
All right.
For 6.
Nice. Thank you. Hello.
You have moved up close to the Wolfgang the warrior then.
Yep.
Yeah.
The group of Gnolls, there's a group that is split away. Wolfgang, they're not going to come after you because they're letting their lord take over in that area. The dwarf still have some on her. Oh man, they rolled a 2, so they are going to miss. Flint. Sloth, you still have a group on you. Oh no, they just rolled a nat 20 on you, Sloth.
Oh.
So that will be, let's see, 12 points of damage, Sloth.
One moment.
Yeah, excuse me?
Gotta re-roll.
Slock's like, you got me. No. And he stumbles back in mortal agony. I'm at -2 hit points.
-2, okay. Make me a saving throw at -2. That's whatever you roll -2 and see if you make your save.
Okay. 1 second. 18 minus. Okay, I rolled 17.
Yep, you should make it then. That'd be 15. So surely you definitely make it at that level.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still conscious, but you have 1 HP right now. So make note of that.
I'm in horrible pain.
The group on you, Todry, there's a small group that's going to swing at you now. Oh wow, they rolled a 3, so they are going to miss. Paylor is watching after you finally.
Now that I had to confront a demon lord to do it, but yeah.
Unagu is going on a 1 with them. It is going to look towards you, Wolfgang, as it's swinging in this large flail.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Let's see. Let me count all this up.
I mean, my AC is only 12. I can't imagine it misses.
Yeah, it definitely hits you, and you'll take 11 points of damage.
Okay, I'm still up though with all this healing.
It is going to take this flail again and swing at you, Wolfgang.
I'm gonna be able to take 2 of them.
And man, I can hardly read this die. I need to change. That's going to hit. Oh no, this is not good.
Oh.
6, 11, 13.
I'm actually still up with 2 hit points left.
All right, good. And that is all it is going to do is it laughs and cackles at the pitiful human standing in front of it. The Gnoll mage is still standing there suspended. I mean, its lord just walked out and it's not even reacting. So, Flint, what would you like to do?
At least I'm going to deny him this.
Flint would like, given her dwarven heritage and everything, and seeing as how the tunnel was collapsed and stuff, she wants to look at the ceiling and see if there's a place that if she shot just right, maybe she could collapse the ceiling on top of all the Gnolls.
What are you going to shoot, though?
Crossbow.
You know what? You know me. I like ingenuity and things that are different, and the player comes up with it. You make me a attack on that ceiling.
Okay. Let's see what happens then. Ooh, I rolled a 2.
Oh no!
Perfect.
The ceiling collapses on the cleric and the berserker.
Oh, God.
Oh
No,
no!
I'm joking.
Everywhere it collapses, just not on,
Yeah.
only on
Nope.
PC.
You shoot up there and it sticks or whatever you think, but nothing happens.
Okay. I'm dead next round. Okay.
It's like,
Your group is gone. Slock, we are up to you then.
Damn.
You're 1 HP and conscious.
Ah,
fireball
like
is
hell. And I quaff that healing potion.
Oh, nice.
Yep, that'll be a roll D6 plus 1. That's what you're going to do this turn.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
2
You
hit
still
points.
got your group if you want to attack with your group.
Yeah, well, yeah. Have at her, everybody. Oh.
I rolled a 2 on a D10.
I rolled D10 too.
Yep.
I rolled a 2.
You win. You get the win. The player does. I go down to D8. I just rolled a 1. You
Rolled
stay
an
at D10. All right. I go down to D6. You're still at D10.
I got another 8.
I rolled a 1. Man, your group is kicking ass.
And I got another 8.
I rolled a 3, so you take them out that time. You take another group of them out.
Excellent work, my peons.
Wolfgang, I guess we are up to you.
Yep. So Wolfgang is, he's any like normal man would be like falling down on the ground with the beating that he's taken, but he doesn't realize it yet because he's a berserker. So he swings at full strength at this demon creature. Total of 21. Again, I'm
21 will miss.
really.
Yep, you need a 22.
Okay, misses.
Yep, you swing at them and miss. We up to you, Toldra, as you're standing there and see the berserker try to take a shot, but barely misses that Yunagu.
Take out the shaman.
I'm trying, but it's not like you two are helping. How do we get around this guy? Maybe it is. No, Brooke. I guess we have no choice but to kind of go around this guy with my group.
All right. You're going to head towards the frozen shaman or whatever he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to say you can get up to where he's at right now if you want to do all of that.
Yep. And me and my group are just going to massacre this fellow.
Yep, you can have. I'm going to go ahead and let you have a hit at him.
Okay. Oh, that's a nat 20.
All right, it'll be max damage of the then roll again.
So 6, and then 5 plus 1 is the strength modifier add to the previous roll too?
To the max one, no, just max would be the weapon only. And then,
Okay, so total of 12.
Yeah, you chop into the shaman deal, and you see him fall to the ground with blood running out everywhere, and he appears to be barely alive.
And then my group hopefully attacks him.
You ever going to attack him? Okay. I'll just let your group do it. He had 2 HP left, so you take him out. Nothing else happens, though, after you take him out.
Oh. Come on. Paylor, please.
Nope.
The group of Gnolls are going to... None's on you, Wolfgang. They've still been dispersed because they're not getting involved with a big swinging flail. The group that is on the dwarf... Oh my gosh, they missed. It's good. Slock, there's a group on you. You need to put Paylor with Slock. They missed Slock. Toldry, there's a small group in that area, and they miss you also. Yunagu is going to... Let me just see what he's going to do here. Whew. He is going to walk past you, Wolfgang, and he is going to move towards the elf that is standing over there, Slock. Something about Slock has drawn his ire, evidently, as he swings his flail at you, Slock. Oh, man, he just rolled a nat 20.
Oh, no.
God.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
Oh no.
Let me count this
Sorry,
up.
Slot, I couldn't save you in time.
13 points of damage, Slot.
Oh, yeah, my head is separated from my shoulders.
What will that put you at negative wise?
11?
Negative 11. Make a saving throw at negative 11. Minus 11.
Got it.
I don't think that's elvenly possible.
D20. Okay, hold on. I'm going to punch this in. This will be funny. Nice 11. Okay. I got a 3.
You rolled a 3.
Yep.
You can
Well,
tell
no,
me.
I rolled a 14.
Oh,
minus
yeah,
11.
3 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you fail. Tell me what the last thoughts are of Slot, our elf, that put up such a valiant battle as Yunagu is taking him out.
Fuck, I should have stayed invisible.
As you say that on your last words, you see or hear him as he reaches down and grabs the wand of invisibility from you.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Slock is dead. Wolfgang.
Wolfgang's going to run at this thing and try to jam his axe into its back. He's still berserking, so he's not going to stop fighting. That's man, a 19. I guess it was a 20. 19.
You need a 22 to hit.
No, well, 19 then plus.
Yeah, so we'll hit. Yeah.
5 plus 5, 10 points.
All right. Noted.
Lay it into his back.
Tawdry, what are you doing? The portal is still, or not the portal, I don't know why I said portal. The tunnel deal is still, of course, open. There's no more stirring or shaking coming from it. The shaman is laying dead at your feet. You see the group of gnolls that are kind of around you. You see they're kind of backing away. And as you do, roll me 66, Tawdry.
66. Okay. I'm probably.
And let me know what your total is.
Okay, that's 12. That's 18. That's 22. 26.
26 total?
Yep.
You look, and it's almost like out of magic air, almost out of thin air. You just look towards the tunnel, but when you look back that way, you see 26 gnolls walking out from this tunnel, armed to the teeth, and they are approaching you.
That explains why there's so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Tawdry, if your group wants to attack, move and engage them, and you too, you can. That group had just appeared.
What does the purpose of this altar appear to be?
What altar? I don't know what you're.
The shaman was standing over an altar.
Oh, that was just a picture I had. I'm sorry. That was just a picture
Oh.
of that it was, he was different than the rest of them. I'm sorry. The altar's really not there.
Oh, okay.
That was just a picture to differentiate him from the rest of them.
So does he have an unholy focus, or just was he aiming his magic towards something?
Yeah, you seen when you first saw and appeared and saw him. You noticed that he had nothing in his hand, and you don't see anything in his robes or whatever shoddy clothing he's wearing. It appears he was just chanting. Everything was vocal he was doing.
Well, at the very least, I'm going to, I don't know, maybe pray my God to close this portal.
Yeah, make me a wisdom check, and I will let you do this one at 2d6. If your wisdom's above 12, you're going to make it anyway.
Yeah, it is 6.
You start hearing noises coming again, kind of inside that tunnel or whatever you want to call it. In the darkness, you kind of hear some rumbling and shaking begin. Those 26 gnolls that just appeared from it, they are approaching you and your group, but they turn and look back that way, not knowing either what's going on. Would your group, do you want to attack them?
Now that they're distracted, why not?
Yep. And roll a d10. Add a 6.
Add a 6.
All right. You had you won, so I go down to D8 out of 3.
8,
You win again. I'm down to D6 out of 1.
4,
All right, add another 1 on a D4.
3.
You are able. Your group decimates them all, most of them, from what you can see them as they're battling
And
them.
Jesus.
So you were able to do that. The Gnolls, Wolfgang, they're not really paying attention to you. They think you're crazy for attacking your god. So the group that's on Flint are going to move in. That is going to hit Flint. You'll take 9 points of damage total from all the group on you.
I haven't got to go since the last time they missed, have I?
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
guess so.
sure you
Okay.
did.
How much damage?
9.
It brings it down to -1.
All right, make a save at -1 then.
Yeah, I fell. I rolled a 2, so I got a 1.
You're still conscious, but you're 1 HP right now. And the Gnoll mage is dead. Flint, we are up to
Wait,
you
I'm
now.
still conscious if I failed?
You're conscious at 1 HP.
Okay.
That's my house rule, remember? I explained it.
Okay.
And we are up to you, Flint.
Flint?
It's your turn, Crystal.
Sorry, I muted myself. All right, so I want to do what I was going to do before. Try and collapse the ceiling, but this time to do it, I'm going to throw my longsword at the ceiling.
All right, same thing.
All right, come on, lucky freaking 20. Give me something. I rolled a 19. I don't know if that'll...
Yeah, you throw your sword up there in the roof. I mean, you can hear the rumbling too. It's on past you where the cleric is. You know, you hear that rumbling coming from the dark tunnel or whatever. But the ceiling starts falling and falls and covers a bunch of these up that are around you. So whatever you did, you think whatever you did definitely probably helped. So that's what you're thinking.
Great. I was kind of thinking it was going to collapse on all of us, but better stick with yours.
Wolf, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I mean, does it look like? I guess I'm lurking, so it doesn't matter. I'm not. I don't care. But I'm curious. Like, does he notice if it? Does it seem like it's regenerating, or it just is very tough, and so it's just sticking?
You don't see anything that would indicate any type of regeneration. You see the wounds that are going into it, or seem to be some stuff coming out of it, but you can tell that it's just tough.
He's just tough. All right, then he's gonna keep swinging because that's how he rolls. That's enough to hit. That's 20
All right.
total, and 6 on the die that time, so that's 11 points.
Yeah, I mean, you see more stuff coming out. It doesn't look happy, but of course, it's still standing pretty strong.
Yeah.
Tawdry, we're up to you then.
Oh, okay. So it seems like the portal's closing with the help of my god. But we can't keep depending on him forever. I will, since there's no group on me yet.
Nope.
I'm going to tell my squad to pick up the Gnoll weapons since they seem to be superior equipment.
All right. Anything that you yourself would like to do besides that?
I don't really have much else to go on.
All right, good enough. And you hear the rumbling is really picked up, and you would hear it from the ceiling area also behind you, as you turn maybe and see Flint, and probably the last part of Flint flowing their blade up there, and you hear everything rumbling in this part of the area. And if that's the end of that, we will go to the group of Gnolls. You see most of them start like backing up, like they're hearing the rumbling too. You see most of them that are around y'all kind of back up. Moving away, and they're moving like you see a bunch of them moving down towards where those beds are and that table. Y'all, your groups, whatever, still have groups left. They can take some out as they move away. Unaga is not happy with Wolf, so it takes its big flail and swings the big flail.
Here we go.
What's your armor class right now? 12?
Well, yeah.
It's going to hit, yeah. 12 points.
Nice. -10.
Save at -10.
All right, so that means I need to get a 19 or a 20 to save. Let's see if I can do this.
Please.
18. Oh my god, I missed it by 1. Failed.
Oh
no. Does Bless give you a plus on the save or no?
That's
No,
exactly
just
what I
attack
was.
roll.
That's exactly what I was fixing to do for you, though.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
fall down thinking it's your last breath as you see. Maybe you see the visage of Palor up in the sky as you're going to be conscious at 1 HP. As I was going to give you that +1.
Nice. Yes.
Taylor's magnificent beard.
Halor is like you got a convert after this.
If you live,
Yeah, it doesn't seem likely, but you never know.
if we pray hard enough.
You
I
see
have
at
real-
that point, Unagu does not know what's happened because it thinks it has just broke you in pieces, But you see it turn and it drops the flail and you hear it scream out in this voice, and you hear a Gnoll, like you can catch a few words of it about dark, take, gone, but you hear all these other words you can't make out, and all of a sudden this whole area just poof, turns into pitch darkness.
Oh shit.
Tawdry, what would you like to do?
Seeing that now everything is dark. I'm going to try and reach for my god again and plead for his help.
All right, are you casting a certain spell or just
No, I'm just praying for fucking dear life.
roll me 3d6 on your wisdom?
Okay. That will be a total of 6 versus 15.
6 against 15. Okay, perfect. The area around you where you're at, and maybe your squad, will say in a 20-foot radius, everything starts turning light there again. I mean, you have a light, very dim light as you're able to see in a 20-foot radius around you.
I must reach him.
The Gnolls, they do nothing. Y'all can hear some of them chittering, chattering. You still hear some of them going down to the far south. Seems like maybe they're leaving or trying to leave. You hear another door open, maybe. Well, they're leaving to the west there also. Flint, we are back to you as you're in darkness.
I'm guessing that even my dark vision can't see anything.
No, it is just pitch dark in here.
Okay, she has 2 water skins on her belt. She's going to grab one of them, which is full of some Dwarven mead from her homeland. And she's going to pop the cork and start to drink from the sack as she reminisces about her homeland and her people.
All right. You don't sense any Gnolls around you at all in the darkness. You probably can hear a bunch of them running away and stuff or moving away, and nothing else happens right now. Wolf.
I'm going to try. I mean, it's in darkness, so I'm sure I'll have some kind of penalty, but I'm going to try to hack at this thing.
Yeah, -4.
Okay, so I'm +8, so I'm +4. Oh, no, my miss. That would be a 19 total.
Yep, you swing into the darkness. You swing in the darkness, you hear Flint go, "That's me you just hit." Now you swing in the darkness and miss. Tawdry.
I'm going to rally my group because we can all probably see each other now.
Yeah,
And,
it's like I say, about a 20-foot radius around you. So yeah, you can get them all rallied around you, sure.
And I'll say to Wolfgang. And I'm going to start running towards where I last saw him.
Yep, you're moving that way. I'm going to say you can move up enough to where you see him just at the edge of that 20 foot as you get close to him, as you see him standing there barely. You're able to do that?
We don't see the Demon Lord.
Not right now. You sure don't. After that happens, y'all hear the rumbling stop from the ceiling and also from down deep inside that cavern. And all of a sudden, everything turns light again. Unagu is gone. All you see is dead Gnoll bodies. Unfortunately, the dead body of Slock laying there. All those dead soldiers that are piled up in the corner. It is quiet and peaceful again. Wolfgang, those of you who have not played with me, we're fixing to find out something customary that I do at the end of the game. If we're still alive, you can tell me how the story will end as Wolfgang sees nothing but light and no enemies around him.
So it's funny because I had one more round of the berserking and then I was going to fall dropped with exhaustion. So, right. So the light comes back up and you can see he's foaming at the mouth and kind of barely standing, you know, especially having been hit and only the blessing saving him. He's kind of like swaying back and forth with his axe, and for about 6 or 7 seconds, and then he drops the axe to the ground. He just falls, and he's just like laying on the ground, like just breathing deeply, and he says, "My men, again, they all died, and yet I live." And then he closes his eyes.
Perfect.
Ah, well played.
Flint, would you like to describe the last endings of how it's going to do for Flint?
Sure. You see Flint, who is sitting over, and she has this sack full of mead that's now like halfway drink down, and she's singing, "Give me a flagon, a barrel, a wagon. Give me a flask or a pot or a pail. Keep pouring till he's snoring and let me drink that bag man's ale." And and as she's singing, her sword comes from the ceiling and lands behind her, and then she collapses and starts snoring on it.
Perfect
Nice.
ending for the dwarf. Very nice. Darren, would you have any thoughts for Slock? Maybe what Slock sees after he wakes up in whatever afterlife he's at. If you want to do the ending for Slock, you're more than welcome to.
Well, being slayed in such a manner will not let his soul rest, and so he'll partake and curse that wand, so that when you become invisible, you will always have your second character in your background, your mind. You'll see Slock there, telling you what to do.
All righty.
Every
What
time the
about
demon
Audrey?
lord uses the wand, just a fucking noisy elf.
You're doing it all wrong. What did I tell you?
Chaudhry, how would it end for our cleric of Palor?
Well, she was searching for Wolfgang, so she will probably run up to him and kneel down beside him, make sure he's living. She'll tell the remainder of her squad to go collect the bodies of friends and allies and find the living ones. And she'll probably end up trying to bring everyone back to the town and trying to, I don't know, regale the tale of the heroes that fought and died there.
That sounds like a perfect ending to me.
It's all said.
Now I will tell you how the story is going to end. You can chase down any of the Gnolls that you would have wanted to chase down if you wanted to, and catch some of them as they leave Fort Converge. The tunnel itself, if you go in there, it just goes into the side of the hill and down underground even further. You find nothing else in there that is of any interest that you know of. You're able to, as pretty much our cleric said, you're able to recover the bodies of fallen comrades and the soldiers and get them proper burials. The fort is restored, and Captain Braun pays you very well and offers you any time in this area for free lodging at the fort if you want to stay there. He says that the stonemason will erect a statue of Slock and have put up as another hero of the fort for giving his life. They will tell tales of your group for a long time, I'm sure. Several years down the road, when the current captain retires and the next captain takes over, years and years and years down the road, we hear a low rumbling coming from the tunnel. That is the end of the adventure known as Final Stroke at Fort Converge, playing White Box. I would like to thank Daniel for playing our Berserker Wolfgang, Crystal for playing Flintblade, the Dwarf Fighter, Darren, thank you for playing the Elf Slock, and Alex, thank you for playing our Cleric of Palor, Toldre, and that will end our game this evening.